There are 9 counters in a bag. There's an even number on 3 of them. There's an odd number on 6 of them. 3 counters are going to be taken at random from the bag. The numbers on the counters will be added together to give the total. And we need to find the probability that the total is an odd number. So, the first counter to be taken could be odd, could be even. The probability that it's odd would be 6 out of 9, because there are 6 odd counters and there are 9 counters in total. The probability that it's even will be 3 out of 9. Right, a second counter is chosen. Now, if the first counter was odd, the probability that the second counter is odd is going to be 5 out of 8, because there's only 5 odd counters left in there now, and only 8 in total. The probability that it's even would be 3 out of 8. If, however, an even counter was chosen the first time, the probability an odd counter is chosen for the second time would be 6 out of 8, because there's still those 6 original odd counters in the bag. And there's only 2 even left now, because the first one that was taken out was even. And finally, we now need to work out the third counter. So we're going to do this all over again one last time. Right, so if the second counter taken was odd, then the probability of the third one being odd would be 4 out of 7. Because 2 odd counters have already been taken out, so there's only 4 left, and there's 7 left in total. Even would be 3 out of 7. If an odd and then an even had been taken out, so that's 1 of each, there's now going to be 5 out of 7 for odd, and 2 out of 7 for even. Next, if an even counter and then an odd counter have been taken out, so that's 1 of each, the probability of an odd will be 5 out of 7, and the probability of an even will be 2 out of 7. And then finally, if 2 even counters have been taken out, that means there's only 1 even counter left now, so 1 out of 7, and there's still those 6 original odd counters left. Right, there's my tree diagram. And the question says that the numbers are added together, and I need to find the probability that the total is an odd number. So, which of these would give me an odd number? Well, if I was to do an even plus an even plus an even, that would give me an even number. So I don't want that. But if I did an even plus an even plus an odd, that would be an odd number. And let's carry on. What about if I did an even, an odd, and an even? That's going to give me an odd number. So that's good, I want that. What about if I did an even, an odd, and an odd? Well, the 2 odd numbers would add together to give an even number. When it added with an even number would give an even number, so I don't want that. Next, an odd number plus an even number plus an even number. That works, that's going to give me an odd number. Next, an odd number, an even number, and an odd number. No, that would add together and give me an even number. So I don't want that. Next, an odd number, an odd number, an even number? No, that would add together and give me an even number. I don't want that. But an odd number, an odd number, an odd number, adding those three odd numbers together, I do want that. Right, so an even, odd will be 3 out of 9 times 2 out of 8 times 6 out of 7. Which is going to give me 36 out of 504. Next, the even times the odd times the even. Which again is going to give me 36 out of 504. Next, we have the odd times the even times the even. Which again is going to give 36 out of 504. And then the last one, we can have an odd times an odd times an odd. So 6 out of 9 times 5 out of 8 times 4 out of 7, which is going to give 120 out of 504. So we are now going to add all of these together, because it could be any of these. So 120 out of 504 plus 36 out of 504 plus 36 out of 504 plus 36 out of 504 gives 228 out of 504.